What's good, YouTube? Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Tank be chopping, and we back with another video. In today's video, we actually gonna be talking about a trimmer that your boy used maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, but I just got a new blade on it, so we're gonna be talking about the JRL Fresh Fade 2020T with the new EZ Gap blade on it. Let's get it.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
Alright guys, so check it out, man. This is the EZ Gap blade, and I know you're thinking it's probably the same exact blade that originally came on the trimmer, but it's not. It's a slightly different blade, and the reason why I say that is if we pay attention to the underside of the blade, we have a screw right here, and then we also have a screw on this side right here that you actually screw. You turn it clockwise, that way it moves the cutting blade up and it gaps it closer to the steel blade. Now, that's a lot easier to do than taking the blade off, you know, adjusting the screws, pushing the blade up and re-screwing it. So I'm really liking the idea that JRL had with this blade. It does make it a lot easier to zero gap. And basically in this video, what I wanted to do was I wanted to gap this pretty close. You know, I didn't zero gap it all the way. I don't know if y'all can see it on the camera, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close, just not 100% zero gap, but it is gap pretty close. And I wanted to see if this thing hits, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all guys. Back when I originally tried this trimmer, I did enjoy the quietness of it. As y'all can hear, it's super quiet. I enjoyed the quietness of the trimmer. I enjoyed the shape of it. I enjoyed the weight of it. I thought it was gonna be like a match made in heaven. You know, it was a great feeling tool in the hand, but when it came to lining up, sometimes it just didn't do the job I needed it to do. A lot of times it took me more than one tap to knock that hair down, and no matter what I did, I felt like I couldn't get this trimmer to hit. Now, with the EZ Gap blade on it, it hits better. It still doesn't hit, how can I put this? It hits good, you know what I'm saying? It does hit good, but it just doesn't hit as perfect as I would like. Now, that's not saying that it's not a good tool. That's not saying that they haven't made improvements, because they have. Like I said, I can use this trimmer all day, every day now, and it works great, right? It just still doesn't hit as good as some of my other trimmers, and that may be due to me setting my other trimmers, you know, a little better than I could set this one, because this one, once again, all you do is screw these 2 screws in, and it gaps it for you, right? So it may be something to do with that, but all in all, I would say that I do like using this trimmer, and I will say that this blade actually hits better now opposed to their older blades. And I think that was a lot of people's concern with this trimmer. You know, like they liked the way it felt. They were just like me. They liked the way it felt, liked the way it cut. They liked the super quiet motor on it. They just really didn't like the way the blade hit. And it kind of took me by surprise, because looking at the blade, it does really resemble a Babyliss blade. And y'all know the Babyliss blades they be hitting, right? So the fact that this one looked so similar and just didn't hit the same was kind of like, it kind of confused me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, why this blade ain't hitting the same? But once again, now with the new technology, the way they have to zero gap this blade, I feel that it's gonna make this trimmer work a lot better, and I think people are gonna actually like using this trimmer a lot more than before. Now, once again, guys, I'm gonna show y'all underneath the trimmer. As you can see, we have the screws right here. So it's not like a traditional screwdriver that you need to put in there. They actually give you a tool inside of the box to where you turn it and you gap the blade. But it's very simple to do. Let's just say, for instance, obviously this is not the tool, but let's just say this was the tool. We would stick it, you know, like I said, in the screw, and then we would just turn it clockwise, and it would move this side of the blade up, and then we would do the same thing on the other side. You stick the screwdriver in the screw, and then you turn it clockwise, and it moves the other side of the blade up. And you can just do that back and forth until it's lined up as close as you like it. Now mine, I do have it lined up pretty close. Still, it may cause irritation on some people if I press too hard, but I think I have it lined up pretty good. And y'all gonna be seeing the clips of me actually using this trimmer, and y'all will see how this thing actually lines up and how it actually hits the way I adjusted it. But all in all, man, I think JRL is really making some strides, really trying to perfect their brand and perfect their products and just give everyone an overall better product. And you know what I'm saying, I gotta say, I appreciate that. Being a barber, you know, me personally, I like to use a lot of different tools. I get a lot of different tools in the mail, and I try a lot of different ones out. So I really appreciate it when companies take the time out to try to better their tools. And that's exactly what JRL did with this blade right here, the EZ Gap blade. They made it better. You know, a lot of times companies don't really go back and try to make their tools better. They just release newer ones, or, you know what I'm saying, release something completely different. And I like that JRL actually went back to basically their OG. I want to say OG because it's like the only trimmer that I know from JRL, but they went back to this design and just try to upgrade it and make it better for the barber community. So all in all, guys, I would say that this trimmer with this blade, the new EZ Gap blade, is a better all-around tool. Like I said, originally when I had it, it did work well, it did ball out well, and it did line up, it did get the job done, just not to my liking. But now I can say that this thing has improved a good amount. Balding out, still balds out really good, cuts through the hair like butter, and then now lining up, it does hit very well. Let me put it this way. On a scale of 1 to 10, before I would say it was probably like a 6 or a 7. Now I would say it's probably like an 8 or a 9, you know? So it did improve. It's just not perfect yet. And that's just for me, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's different, and everyone's gonna have their own opinion. But like I was saying, I do think that overall it is a better tool. I just wanted to let y'all know my opinion on this trimmer with the new blade. But with that being said, man, that's basically it for this video. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe one time for your boy. And that's basically it, YouTube. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, let's go.